The Brownsville Historical Association would like to present to you the Costumes of the Americas Museum. As of January 1st, 2021, the Brownsville Historical Association and the Costumes of the Americas Museum have merged. This new addition to our family enhances our mission of promoting the cultural arts and history of our region. This museum is the result of the Pan American Roundtable movement that began in San Antonio in 1916. The movement began to grow, and in 1932, an honorary member of the Mexico City Roundtable, Bessie Kirkland Johnson, founded the fifth table here in Brownsville. Mrs. Johnson brought a collection of authentic Mexican costumes and became one of Mexico's leading authorities on the country's folklore and native dress. Mrs. Johnson challenged each member of the Brownsville Pan American Roundtable to acquire a costume from her assigned country. She saw the acquisition of costumes from different parts of the Americas as a method of learning more about these countries and their women. The Costumes of the Americas Museum will now be moving to its new location on 6th Street, formerly the Old City Cemetery Center. Located at 1004 East 6th Street in Brownsville.
Hi, I'm Lisa Nunez with Costumes of the Americas Museum, and I'd like to talk about two costumes that we're displaying. One is our Argentinian cowboy, or gaucho, and a lot of our South American countries have a cowboy, and part of his costume, of course, is the apron, and then these are what we call bolas, and this is how he would entangle cattle. They're very skilled and reputable, known for their horsemanship. And then here we have our lady from Paraguay, and this costume has a lovely story or legend, and a lot of our costumes do have a great story behind them, how they were acquired, or a story, something about the color or the material. But in this case, it's the lace in this costume that make it exquisite and unique, known as Nanduthi lace from Paraguay. And the legend is that a couple were to be married, and on their wedding day, her lover didn't show, and so she went in search of him and found him unfortunately deceased on the forest floor, and he had already been covered in spider webs. So in honor of him, she vowed to recreate that spider web, and this is how we came to have that beautiful, exquisite lace. At Costumes of the Americas Museum, we're very proud to have acquired over 600 traditional costumes from different countries of the Western Hemisphere and Mexico. We have various exhibits that have our theme based, and we look forward to sharing one of our exhibits with you in the near future.
Over the years, the collection has grown as a result of acquisitions, gifts, and donations. It is now one of the largest collections of authentic North, Central, and South American costumes. Complete with petticoats, shoes, jewelry, headpieces, and accessories, each costume has a story to tell and an authentic manner in which to wear it. Aside from the authenticity of each piece, certain pieces belong to integral members of Brownsville's history. For example, this piece you're looking at now, the China Poblana dress, belonged to Camille Leitner. For over 80 years, Brownsville women have collected, preserved, and exhibited over 600 indigenous costumes, textiles, and folk art of the Americas. The Costumes of the Americas Museum took great care and sentiment to build a museum dedicated to the appreciation and preservation of the history and cultural heritage embodied by these costumes. What we are currently looking at here are exhibits from the former location of the Costumes of the Americas Museum. We are now working on the renovation and restoration of the Old City Cemetery Center to serve as a new location of the Costumes of the Americas Museum. Located at 1004 East 6th Street in Brownsville. The Brownsville Historical Association.